And I know today is going to be my day.
Good morning, you guys. So we are actually on our way to go try on wedding dresses for the first time. Never done this, don't know my size. We kind of had a little bit of a plan yesterday. We were actually gonna go to Denver to check out this bridal store because it's National Bridal Week. So this one store was having like a sale, and I think it's just a really like popular sale. But we decided on not going because we would have had to wake up at 5 in the morning to get there at 6 in line, and then the doors don't open till 7. They did a little bit of a live yesterday showcasing like the brides-to-be, like how it's all gonna work, and I just didn't want to risk driving all the way out there that early when we have a tent training tonight for church. And then they showed like the 0, 2, and 4 size rack, and it just looked so small. So I was like, that just doesn't seem worth it. Plus my seed would have to come. So I was doing research about National Bridal Week, and I found a place in my city that's doing a sale. I called them to make sure, and they said yes. And since my sister and McKenna already got the day off, I was like, okay, let's just do it. So it's 9:30 in the morning, y'all. I'm so tired. I'm not wearing any makeup, so I look even more tired because you're not allowed to with the white dresses. So I just have a little sundress on. So I don't even know how to feel, girl. I'm like, I never done this in my life, so we'll see how it is when we get there. But I'm super tired. I slept for 2 hours. Apparently, Christiana didn't sleep at all. So it's gonna be a long day, girl. So. Sparse in the back. Unfortunately, I only got one video of me trying on the first dress, but I do have photos for the rest, so I'm going to take you guys through my thoughts. Dress number 1 was absolutely beautiful. We all fell in love with this. I mean, the lace back, the little buttons, the mesh, the long train, and I actually appreciated that this was a champagne and ivory dress, which I'll explain a little bit in the video. And if you guys look on the far right, you can see it was paired with the champagne veil, and it just was so beautiful. Like, I have nothing bad to say, except the chest area was very form-fitting, and since I'm flat-chested, I needed something that I could like mold with me, you know, that I could work with. So I would have had to get that altered, and the alterations for that to bring like the chest in were gonna cost like $600. So that was the only bad thing about the first dress. Dress number 2 was so simple yet so beautiful. It was just white, but it had a ton of this beading on it. But you guys can see on the picture to the right, it was a corset top. I actually love the spaghetti straps too, but it was a corset top. So you can see where the corset ended and the rest of the dress began. And that was just a no for me. I like it to look seamless, but the train was so beautiful on this one. Dress number 3, I did not think I would like this one, but I tried it on anyway. It's a very much traditional, like very modest, and it was just beautiful. I loved the back, the lace. The only thing was it was too covered up for me, and also once again the chest area, I didn't like how you could see where the certain lace ended and the rest of the dress began. That just looked odd to me, so then that was a no. Dress number 4 literally was giving Disney princess, and the plunge back, you guys, this was like my number 2. This was so beautiful in the back, but this dress was very heavy to walk in. You guys can see with the beading, and once again the chest was so structured. It was like made to fit a certain size, and I am not that size, so I would have had to get that altered a lot, and that wouldn't have been worth it. And then the actual dress. The 3D flowers were so beautiful to me, and they reminded me of baby's breath, which was one of our wedding flowers. The way that it fit my body was so flattering, and this was so adjustable. You guys can see like the small spaghetti straps, and it would go crisscross in the back, so you can make it tighter, looser, however I'm feeling. I love like the little peekaboo back too, like on the lower half of my back, and this was actually really cool. You guys can't see it, but on the front, it was like the cups of the dress, and then it was kind of like see-through, and then the rest of the dress, I love how it was mermaid and like the lace. It was just my absolute favorite. And you brides know when you try on a dress, like you get a feeling, and like when you know it's your dress, you know, and I knew it in my heart. It just fit me so perfectly, and I just fell in love. Okay guys, so you can see my dress is in the back. We got lunch and everyone's inside eating, but I said yes to the dress. I found my dress. Honestly, I feel like I'm in a state of shock a little bit. Like, this is a lot to process. The fact that like I'm getting married, the fact that it's happening so quickly, the fact that I found a dress within budget, like it's just insane. And like, I'm trying to process stuff right now, but I'm so grateful. You guys saw me try on one dress. That was going to be the dress, you guys. It was beautiful. The lady, she asked me what style I liked. This was my first time ever wedding shopping, and I knew that I liked the mermaid style and lace. So she got a few within my price range, and that first one I picked, I fell in love with. Like, I liked that it was ivory, actually, because in high school, Chance and I's first prom, I wore like an ivory nude dress. So I feel like that was symbolic of like the beginning of our lives together. And so I loved it. The back was my favorite. It was like that mesh button back, just phenomenal. And I loved the color. She matched me with like a champagne veil, and it was so beautiful. Like, my sister and McKenna, they both loved it too. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it was the first one I tried. But then I went through a couple, and then I got to the dress I actually liked. And when I put on the dress I liked, when I looked in the mirror, I said, this might be the one. And it ended up being the one. I ended up going with this second one, and it's a white one. Chance was okay if I got an ivory dress because I was texting him about it, but I ended up going with a white, and I love the dress. I honestly don't think I could find it anywhere else at the price and in this style. It is so beautiful. It fits my body so well, and I'm very happy. I did not end up going with the first dress I showed you guys because of the alterations it would have taken. I'm very flat-chested, unfortunately. And so it would have cost, she estimated, about $600 in alterations. She's like, I just want to be transparent. If this is your dress, just know that they are going to have to do a lot. So with that, I just couldn't justify that. Some brides can, and that's totally fine. Personally, for me, I could not. That was more than the dress itself. So anyways, I said my farewells to her. I was like, you were gonna be the one. I was like, bye. I touched it for the last time, but I got my dress, you guys. So my sister's gonna keep it at her house. She's gonna protect it for me. Honestly, I can't believe it. I need a couple of small alterations, but other than that, I'm so happy. My daughter was so precious. She said that I look like a princess, and it was at the very end that I feel like stuff started to really sink in and settle, that I'm getting married, that I found a dress. And like, I feel like it's very symbolic that I found my dress this weekend too, because not only is it National Bridal Week, love that, but which this dress didn't end up being on sale, with that's totally fine because the price was a sale price anyway. It was phenomenal. But I feel like it's really symbolic that I found my dress because this is the week that our church is collaborating once again with Mario Murillo and Lance Wallnau to do the Fire and Glory revival tour. And there's just something about that. Like, when I think about my life last year and where I was, like, and where I am now, it's just so wonderful. So I found my dress. I said yes to the dress. I'm so thankful for the lady. She was so sweet and so helpful. And if you're just dress shopping for the first time, just be honest. Like, I put on one dress and I said, this is cute, I like the lace, but everything else isn't my style. Or like I said, this isn't my style at all, I don't like this. Just be really honest, and hopefully you do your research and find someone who knows what they're doing and is sweet. I'm so glad I found that place. So Chance is gonna go there for his tux. But anyways, I want you guys to know that I got my dress. Okay, I'm looking a little rough, a little sleepless because I am, but I'm at my sister's house now, and my wedding dress has been here, so I'm actually gonna try it on with a pair of heels and just see how much I'm gonna need hemmed. I've been in contact with my, what is it called? Is it a seamstress? And we've been discussing a bustle. I might not even need to get the front hem. That's the problem. I want to keep the back long, but I don't want to trip over the front of my dress. And the lady at the bridal store was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, all brides need to get their front hemmed. So I'm just going to put on my shoes and see. The ones that I ordered should be coming in next week, but I just want to kind of get an idea. If I don't need the front hemmed, then I'm just going to be getting a bustle, because regardless, after the aisle, I want to make sure I put the back of the dress up so it doesn't get ruined. So we're gonna do that. I just have some random heels that I wore to prom years ago, but those are a good height that matches the heels that I did get for the wedding. And yeah, I'm trying to be as tall as possible because Chance is super tall. So okay, so I'm in my heels, so she actually is gonna have to take a lot off the front, just because these, I'll show you guys, these are like the example shoes. This is as tall as I can get, girl, with being comfortable all night. So she's gonna have to take off quite a bit, to be honest. And then I was trying it on and I noticed this. I didn't notice this was on the dress until I sent the alteration lady, the seamstress, a photo, and I was like, what is that? And I do not like this. So I'm gonna see if she'll take all of that off, but it goes around the whole dress. So I'm hoping this won't be crazy expensive, but honestly, there's nothing I can do. But like I said, I need the front hem so I'm not tripping. Every time I walk, it's not a good situation, girl, okay? But the back, I want it to be long and dragging. I just need the bustle so when I dance, I can hook it up and it doesn't ruin the dress, so. Okay, so I'm on my way to my dress alteration appointment. Honestly, I don't know why, but I'm so anxious. My dress is in the back. I'm just nervous about how much it's going to be. I need a bustle and then just a front hem. But if I'm being totally honest, my experience with this lady has just not been very, like, I just feel like she hasn't been communicating that well. So that's why I'm a little nervous, but I'll definitely let you guys know how it goes. And I just hope this doesn't break the bank, girl, because... Okay, my dress has been dropped off. It's going to be ready September 1st, which is 22 days before the wedding, which is great. I called another place and she's like, this turnaround time, girl, it's going to be a little rough. So I ended up paying $330. I have my receipt here. Comment down below. Of course, this is going to be like over the fact already. Like, I have already gotten it altered by the time you guys see this, but let me know how much you paid. I paid that for a front hem and a 3-point bustle, but my dress does have like layers. It has like a lace layer, like a gown layer, and then another under layer kind of. So I was hoping to keep it under $200, but keep in mind, I know nothing about hemming, and it turns out that there is just a little bit of a language barrier. I have been texting with her, and that's where I struggled, because I'm like, girl, like, I really wasn't understanding. I don't know that she was understanding me, but it makes sense now. But she was such a sweet lady, and she has this company out of her home, and she actually does alterations for like Miss Colorado people, like pageant girls. So honestly, it felt sweet to support like a small business. So yeah, I have to get my dress hemmed, so I'm okay with it. At first I was like, oh no, but I'm okay with it, and I love my dress. Every time I put it on, I just fall in love all over again. So yeah. So I will rewind you to earlier this morning. I actually had to make a Shein return with my dream wedding shoes and 2 bridesmaids dresses. Okay guys, I have to do returns today. These 2 bridesmaids dresses didn't fit one of my bridesmaids, and then the other one wanted a fancier style. They are super cute for like a summer dress though. They're just a little too simple. And I'm returning my dream wedding shoes. They do not fit and they're just too tall, but I want to show you guys them before I take them back. Oh my goodness, you guys, these were everything. The ribbon and the pearl and like the squared off toe. I love these. Obviously you can't see how they truly look on me because they're not on me, but you guys, I'm telling you, they are so beautiful. So I'm so sad to see them go, but they don't fit, and I could not get away with, this is too arched. If this was a little further back, but anyways, I just wanted to show you guys because they're leaving. Bye-bye. But thankfully these 2 worked, so I will link them below if you are interested. However, I do want to say, if you're going to be buying stuff from Shein, whether it's for yourself as a bride or your bridesmaids, give yourself enough time to make returns, because Shein isn't what's the word, always accurate quality. Some of the stuff is great, other stuff is not so great. So if you are going to try Shein, just give yourself enough time to possibly make a return and have to look elsewhere for a dress. But these 2 are really beautiful. They worked out. So 2 of my bridesmaids are going to be wearing the Shein dress. The other 2 bridesmaids, they're getting their dress from Amazon. So when they come in, I will show you guys. But this is our sage green color. So beautiful. Obviously, these are going to be steamed. The style is the Shein Belle dress, and I tried this on myself. It is comfortable. I think it's beautiful. It's silky. It's very formal, so it's fitting for a wedding. There is a skinny strap on one side and then a thicker strap on the other, and it does have this like little draping effect on the front and the back, and there's this little peekaboo slit, which I find to be so pretty. This is my sister's, and I did try it on myself, and I love it. I love how it feels. You'll just need to wear like a no-show bra with this, obviously. My sister is short. We're both under 5 feet, so she has to get this hemmed even with her heels on, but that's okay. However, if you're a taller gal, I think it'll fit you nicely. The good thing also is, since we are short, the slit isn't too high up on the thigh, so it makes it more appropriate. But I want to show you guys, the bridesmaids dresses came in, so it's perfect timing, and I want to haul them with you. Excuse my AC. So I ordered it's like called 72 Styles or something from Amazon, and I want to show you guys what they look like. I'm going to put them on their hangers and hand them to them tonight. So I ended up getting an olive green, which is darker than our sage green color, but that's because the sage literally looked like mint and I couldn't risk it. Like, I'm so sick of getting bridesmaids dress and returning it, so I ended up just going with the olive, but I think it'll be a really pretty contrast with the other bridesmaids. And yeah, honestly, I have no idea how you wear this. You can literally wear it 72 ways, that's why it's called that. And there's like tutorials on YouTube, but this is the color. Because of the lighting and like the contrast, it looks a little bit darker, but yeah, so you can do it a ton of different ways. Very thick material, which I think is good, and it's kind of like a one size deal, or you can do one size plus.